Imagine a star so dark that it absorbs all light around it. Now picture a night sky filled with stunning phenomena, from planetary alignments to meteor showers. February 2025 will bring a rare celestial spectacle to both the northern and southern hemispheres, and we have all the dates listed for you. Let's dive into what makes February 2025 so extraordinary for stargazers. February 1st, conjunction and close approach of the Moon and Venus. On the evening of February 1st, skywatchers will be treated to a stunning celestial event as the Moon and Venus appear in close proximity in the night sky. This conjunction and close approach of the two celestial bodies will provide a captivating sight, perfect for both casual observers and avid stargazers. Venus, often referred to as the evening star, is one of the brightest objects in the sky, after the Sun and the Moon. Its dazzling glow will make it easy to spot, even in areas with moderate light pollution. The crescent moon, with its illuminated portion beautifully highlighted, will enhance the spectacle, creating a breathtaking contrast against the darkening sky. The conjunction occurs when the two objects share the same right ascension, appearing to align closely from our perspective on Earth. During this event, the Moon and Venus will appear separated by only a few degrees, making it possible to view both within the same field of view through binoculars or a telescope. Even with the naked eye, the pairing will be an impressive sight. This event can be viewed toward the western horizon shortly after sunset. The best time to enjoy this celestial display will be about 30 to 60 minutes after sunset, when the sky is dark enough to appreciate their brilliance but before they set below the horizon. February 4th, Jupiter ends retrograde motion. On February 4th, Jupiter will complete its retrograde motion and resume direct motion in the sky. This marks a significant shift in the planet's movement as observed from Earth, making it an excellent time for stargazers to observe the king of the planets. Retrograde motion occurs when a planet appears to move backward in the sky relative to the background stars. This optical illusion is caused by differences in orbital speed between Earth and the planet in question. Jupiter, being farther from the Sun than Earth, experiences retrograde motion periodically as Earth overtakes it in its orbit. As Jupiter resumes direct motion, it will become increasingly prominent in the evening sky, offering extended opportunities for observation. Its bright, steady glow makes it one of the easiest planets to spot with the naked eye, even in light-polluted areas. For those with binoculars or a telescope, Jupiter is a treasure trove of sights. Its four largest moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, are often visible, appearing as tiny points of light near the planet. A telescope may even reveal Jupiter's cloud bands and the iconic Great Red Spot. To observe Jupiter, look toward the southeastern to southern sky after sunset. It will be the brightest object in that part of the sky, and as the night progresses, it will climb higher, providing clearer views. February 5th, first quarter moon. On February 5th, the moon will reach its first quarter phase, a key milestone in its monthly cycle. During this phase, the moon appears illuminated with the right-hand side lit up for observers in the northern hemisphere. This beautiful sight makes the first quarter moon a favorite for casual stargazers and amateur astronomers alike. The first quarter phase occurs roughly 1 week after the new moon. At this point, the moon is positioned 90 degrees away from the sun as seen from Earth, meaning sunlight illuminates half of its visible surface. This phase is ideal for evening observation, as the moon rises in the afternoon and remains visible until midnight or later, depending on your location. One of the most exciting aspects of the first quarter moon is the opportunity it provides for observing its surface features in detail. The contrast between light and shadow along the terminator line, the boundary between the illuminated and dark sides, reveals craters, mountain ranges, and valleys with incredible clarity. The slanted sunlight along this line casts long shadows, emphasizing the moon's rugged terrain, making it an excellent time for lunar photography or telescopic viewing. February 6th, close approach of the moon and the Pleiades, M45. On February 6th, skywatchers will be treated to a spectacular celestial pairing as the moon makes a close approach to the Pleiades star cluster, Messier 45. This beautiful conjunction offers a striking view, particularly through binoculars or a small telescope, making it a must-see event for anyone with a passion for the night sky. The Pleiades, sometimes called the Seven Sisters, is one of the most famous open star clusters in the sky. Located in the constellation Taurus, it consists of hundreds of stars, though the brightest 7 are easily visible to the naked eye under dark skies. The cluster's stars are young, hot, and blue, and they often appear surrounded by a faint nebulosity in long-exposure photographs. During this close approach, the Moon will pass just a few degrees away from the Pleiades. While the Moon will be in its waxing gibbous phase and therefore quite bright, its proximity to the cluster will create a stunning contrast between the Moon's glow and the delicate sparkle of the Pleiades. Observers in darker areas may still catch the cluster with the naked eye, but binoculars or a telescope will provide the best views, revealing more stars and the intricate beauty of the cluster. February 7th. Conjunction and close approach of the Moon and Jupiter. On February 7th, the Moon and Jupiter will come together in a spectacular celestial event, creating a striking conjunction and close approach visible in the night sky. This pairing of two prominent objects, one a glowing satellite and the other a bright gas giant, will be an unforgettable sight for stargazers around the world. Jupiter, known as the king of the planets, will be easily visible due to its size and brightness. Its steady white light will stand out against the dark backdrop of the night sky. Even without a telescope, observers can spot Jupiter, and with the aid of binoculars they may even see its 4 largest moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, shining as tiny points of light near the planet. Meanwhile, the Moon will be in its waxing gibbous phase, meaning it will be nearly fully illuminated. The contrast between the bright pale light of the Moon and the steady glow of Jupiter will create a dramatic effect, especially when viewed with the naked eye. To observe this conjunction, look toward the southeastern sky after sunset. The Moon will be the first to rise, followed by Jupiter, which will grow more prominent as the night progresses. The best time to catch this close approach will be about an hour or two after sunset, when both the Moon and Jupiter are high enough in the sky to be clearly visible. February 9th. Conjunction and close approach of the Moon and Mars. On February 9th, the Moon and Mars will align in a beautiful celestial event as they come into close proximity in the night sky. This conjunction and close approach will present an excellent opportunity for observers to enjoy the distinct beauty of both celestial objects, which will be visible in close proximity to each other. Mars, often referred to as the red planet, is one of the most intriguing objects in the night sky. Its reddish hue, caused by iron oxide, rust, on its surface, makes it stand out against the dark expanse of the heavens. On this night, Mars will be positioned near the Moon, forming an impressive visual pairing. Even without a telescope, its striking color and brightness will make it easy to spot. But those with binoculars or a telescope will be rewarded with more detailed views of the planet, including surface features and its distinctive reddish tint. The Moon, in its waxing gibbous phase, will be nearly fully illuminated and will shine brightly near Mars. The close approach of these two celestial bodies will create a beautiful contrast, with the Moon's silvery light against the reddish glow of Mars, making for a striking visual display. February 19th. Moon and Saturn conjunction. On February 19th, skywatchers will be treated to a beautiful sight as the Moon passes close to Saturn. The ringed planet, Saturn, will be visible with its pale yellow hue and distinctive rings, offering a mesmerizing sight, especially through a telescope. Even without a telescope, Saturn's steady light will be noticeable in the sky. As the Moon and Saturn align, they will create a wonderful visual contrast, with Saturn's rings adding a touch of elegance to the evening sky. This conjunction will be visible in the southeastern sky once night falls, with the Moon appearing first, followed by Saturn. February 22nd. Mercury at greatest elongation west. On February 22nd, Mercury will reach its greatest elongation west. This is an ideal opportunity to observe Mercury in the pre-dawn sky. Unlike Venus, which is often visible in the evening, Mercury is harder to spot because it is so close to the Sun. However, during this elongation, it will be at its furthest point from the Sun and will be visible for a brief period before sunrise. About 30 to 60 minutes before sunrise will provide the best viewing time for Mercury as a steady point of light. If you use a telescope, you can even catch a glimpse of Mercury's surface, which is a barren, cratered landscape. February 25th. close approach of the Moon and Uranus. On February 25th, the Moon will make a close approach to the planet Uranus. While the Moon will be easily visible to the naked eye, Uranus will require binoculars or a telescope to observe due to its faintness and distance from Earth. Located in the constellation Aries, Uranus has a distinctive blue-green hue, which is due to the methane in its atmosphere. This event will offer a stunning visual contrast between the bright silvery Moon and the icy blue of Uranus. If you have a telescope, this will be an excellent opportunity to observe Uranus's unique color and distant beauty. February 27th, Moon and Neptune conjunction. February 27th brings the Moon and Neptune into close proximity in the sky, marking one of the final celestial events for the month. Neptune, being located far beyond Uranus, will be much more difficult to spot due to its faint bluish glow. However, for those with telescopes, the contrast between the Moon's bright light and Neptune's distant blue hue will make this a fascinating event. Neptune's blue color comes from its thick atmosphere composed primarily of hydrogen, helium, and methane. Although it will be challenging to see, this conjunction offers an exciting opportunity for those willing to search for it in the night sky. February 28th, Planetary Parade. The grand finale of the month will be the Planetary Parade on February 28th. This rare event will bring all 7 planets in our solar system, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, into alignment. This planetary parade will create a stunning display across the sky, visible from Earth. A planetary parade occurs when several planets align in the sky from our perspective, forming a narrow band of light across the horizon. It's an extraordinary and rare sight that will be a must-see for skywatchers, offering a unique opportunity to view multiple planets at once. The alignment of these planets will showcase the beauty and complexity of our solar system, making February 28th an unforgettable experience for those who get the chance to witness it. Preparing for these events. To fully enjoy these incredible celestial events, it's essential to find a dark, clear location with an unobstructed view of the horizon. Light pollution can hinder visibility, so rural areas or spots away from city lights are the best for stargazing. Be sure to check your local weather forecast to ensure you have the best conditions for viewing. With the right preparation, you'll be able to experience some of the most spectacular sights the universe has to offer during this extraordinary month of February 2025. As February 2025 continues, there are even more astronomical events to look forward to, enhancing the experience for stargazers. With every passing day, the sky will offer new opportunities to witness phenomena that captivate both casual observers and seasoned astronomers alike. ##### February 1st, conjunction of the Moon and Venus. One of the first significant events in February will be the conjunction of the Moon and Venus. This event will be particularly special as Venus, also known as the evening star, will appear extremely bright against the backdrop of the night sky. Venus will be visible just after sunset, casting a dazzling light as it comes into close alignment with the Moon. The pairing of these two celestial bodies will make for an awe-inspiring sight, with Venus shining brightly and the Moon's crescent adding a soft glow. Stargazers should look westward to catch this event just after sunset. #### February 4th. Jupiter resumes direct motion. On February 4th, Jupiter will end its retrograde motion and return to its direct motion. This marks an important shift in the apparent motion of the planet across the sky. While retrograde motion creates an optical illusion that makes Jupiter seem to move backward, the resumption of direct motion will make it easier to track the planet's position. Jupiter will remain a prominent object in the evening sky, and it will be visible in the southeastern to southern sky after sunset. This period will allow stargazers to observe Jupiter's steady glow, which makes it one of the easiest planets to spot with the naked eye. #### February 5th, first quarter moon. The first quarter moon will rise on February 5th. This phase is particularly significant for lunar observations, as the stark contrast between the illuminated and dark sides of the moon's surface provides great clarity to examine its craters and mountains. The first quarter moon will be visible during the evening, and as it rises in the afternoon, it will remain in view well into the night. The slanted sunlight along the terminator line, the line between the illuminated and shadowed regions of the moon, casts long shadows and highlights surface features, making it an ideal time for lunar photography and detailed observations. ##### February 7th. Moon and Jupiter conjunction. On February 7th, the Moon and Jupiter will align once again, forming a beautiful conjunction in the night sky. This event offers another opportunity to view two of the brightest objects in the sky. Jupiter, with its steady white light, will stand out against the dark sky, while the waxing gibbous moon will shine with a pale glow. This conjunction promises to be a dazzling sight for those looking to view Jupiter's moons through binoculars or a telescope. The best time to observe this event will be about 30 to 60 minutes after sunset, when both the moon and Jupiter are high enough in the sky. #### February 9th. Conjunction of the Moon and Mars. Another striking celestial event occurs on February 9th, as the Moon and Mars come into close alignment. Mars, known for its reddish hue due to the iron oxide on its surface, will form a striking contrast next to the illuminated Moon. This event presents an opportunity to spot the red planet and enjoy the visual pairing with the Moon. Mars will be easy to spot with the naked eye, but those with telescopes or binoculars will be able to examine more detailed features of the planet's surface. Mars and the Moon will create a stunning juxtaposition, with the red glow of Mars contrasting against the bright, silvery light of the Moon. #### February 12th. Full Moon, Snow Moon. On February 12th, the full moon will shine brightly in the sky, known as the snow moon. The snow moon gets its name from the heavy snowfalls that typically occur in February in the northern hemisphere. This full moon will be especially notable because of its intense brightness, which will illuminate the landscape and create long, dramatic shadows, particularly in snow-covered areas. During this phase, the entire face of the moon will be fully illuminated by the sun, making it the perfect time for stargazers to observe lunar features such as craters and Maria, dark plains. The full moon is a powerful symbol in many cultures, and its bright presence in the night sky will be hard to miss. #### February 16th. Venus at greatest brightness. Venus will reach its maximum brightness on February 16th, making it a spectacular sight in the evening sky. As the evening star, Venus will outshine all other stars, making it the most prominent object in the western sky after sunset. Venus reaches its peak brightness when it is at its closest point to Earth in its orbit, reflecting the maximum amount of sunlight. This makes it an excellent time for observation. Venus's brilliant light is easy to spot, even in areas with some light pollution, and it will remain visible for several hours after sunset. #### February 20th. Last quarter moon. The last quarter moon will appear on February 20th, and this marks the transition from the full moon to the waning phases. The last quarter moon provides a distinctive half-illuminated shape that can be easily observed in the morning sky. In the northern hemisphere, the left half of the moon will be visible, while in the southern hemisphere, the right half will be illuminated. This phase occurs roughly 3 weeks after the full moon, and it's an excellent time for those who enjoy early morning stargazing. #### February 24th. Mars ends retrograde motion. Mars will conclude its retrograde motion on February 24th, and the planet will resume its usual direct motion across the sky. When Mars is in retrograde, it appears to move backward relative to the stars. As Mars returns to its regular motion, it will become more prominent in the evening sky. The reddish hue of Mars will be easily visible to the naked eye, and telescopes or binoculars will reveal surface features like polar ice caps and large volcanic regions. #### February 28th. Planetary Parade. Finally, February 28th will bring a rare and breathtaking event, a planetary parade. This planetary alignment will feature all 7 planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, lining up in the sky. This is an extraordinary sight that allows observers to witness the grandeur of our solar system in one single display. The planets will form a narrow band across the sky, offering a stunning visual experience. It will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to observe the full array of planets all at once, making it a must-see event for stargazers. These events mark an exciting month for astronomy enthusiasts. Whether you're a casual observer or a dedicated stargazer, the skies in February 2025 will offer numerous opportunities to witness the beauty and wonder of the universe.